Still don't understand how Stallone is American.
What do you think he is?
He's got to. I just always assumed he had some sort of accent from somewhere.
South American or something?
Hey, did you guys hear that Vlad the Impaler's castle is up for sale? Not joking. We could buy Dracula's castle.
Holy crap! I wouldn't buy it unless there was some kind of like signed and documented scenario where they were like, yes, this is absolutely without a doubt Vlad the Impaler's castle.
It's called history.
They can't do that.
It was his castle.
No, they don't know that for sure.
Okay,
They
never
don't know
mind.
for sure.
Fuck historians. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Church Gaming Podcast!
Hola, hello, how are you?
¿Cómo estás?
Hola.
¿Y tú? Hey, welcome to the podcast where we play games and talk about cool new stuff. This week we're playing a fun game I like to call Pictionary.
Pictionary.
It's where you draw things.
I feel bad about Future Jed this week. I didn't think about it before I got here, but there's going to have to be probably a decent amount of cuts between
the
God cam and
Sha-la-la!
There you go.
All right.
It's going to be super easy for future chat.
Yeah, I'm going to go first. Basically how this game is played is the person who's drawing, me for instance, is going to start drawing a picture. And the first person to guess what is on the picture gets a point. And then that person gets to draw next.
Let me just say, though, that we don't have any cards or anything to tell us what to draw. It's just straight up like... It's like, for instance, say you wanted to draw Batman, but you can't draw Batman, you got to draw something else. But it can't be a bat, that's too obvious. So then you're just like, oh my God, what the hell? We're just going to be looking around the room or like in Mike's personal clothing to figure out what we're going to draw.
I'm sorry I was relying on these two seasoned professionals' improv abilities.
I'm pretty sure that we're just going to see a lot of drawn penises.
Damn it, I need a new one!
Pretty sure.
I'm just going to use my smartphone to look up shit and be like, what should it be?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to start.
Mike's going to start.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Mike's starting. Start, Mike, start. It's a smile. It's a banana.
It's a butt.
It's Tatooine. It's the one thing with the deal.
It's a tree of... It's a swimming pool.
It's licorice. It's a cup holder. It's the cup winch.
Yes, it's a cup winch.
It's the double...
It's a saber. It's a penis.
Delacroix. Glasses.
It's...
Elephant.
No.
Ear monkey. There's a car.
It's a leaf blower.
It's
a...
Yes, I draw it. Stick figures. Fuck yourself.
It's a tank.
It's a tattoo.
Tank! It's a tank! Yay! You got it, Chad!
That is possibly
My
the
job is
worst
to
tank I have
erase
ever
shit.
seen.
Yeah.
If anybody hasn't figured out, everything I draw this week will start phallic and end up something else. Welcome to the sub-game Michael's playing.
What's our first topic, Michael?
First topic this week, Chad. Give yourself a point. Make a thing up there. All right. Actually, you should make it on this end so they see it. All right. First topic this week. Free at last! Free at last! Microsoft.
Almighty.
There's been a problem with the Microsoft Xbox system in that in order to use Netflix, HBO Go, Hulu, things like that, you had to pay for Xbox Live Gold on top of the subscription to these other things, Netflix and Hulu, for instance. You didn't just get them for free. You had to pay 2 subscriptions to watch these on your Xbox. They're officially changing that so that now you no longer need Xbox Live Gold to use Netflix, HBO Go, Hulu. I think Twitch TV is also in this, things like that. This has been officially announced by Phil Spencer, the Xbox, Microsoft's head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, I think is what his direct title is. So that's awesome. Yay! Before, actually, not joking, before the actual stat on that is Microsoft's, of all the people that used Netflix for consoles, Microsoft was literally 12%. 12% of those people. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that own Xboxes.
Wow.
So they've been doing this push. This is a person of some sort.
It's me!
It's Chad!
Chad was supposed to go.
I win 2 times!
You can't go. This was like a practice round.
Chad, get out of here. Chad was supposed to go. First off, that was like, oh man, these markers, they're like staining. That's weird. All right.
Not my fault.
Not my fault.
It's not my fault. I'll go back to 1.
I was sick.
So what does this mean for the economy that is gaming?
Xbox has been pushing for a while that they want to be, especially in the Xbox One, that they want to be the only thing you need in your entertainment system, right? You can use it as a DVR now, complete action DVR. You can use it for internet access, including Bing and stuff like that.
Okay.
You can you have all of the apps that go to all of the things, and on top of that, it plays video games. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
Really well. And their big thing with the Xbox One is they were going to. Is it a banana, Chad?
It's the size.
Banana plus. Their big thing is that they were going to. It was going to be the only
Toast. Banana toast.
Banana nut bread. Banana bread.
Banana bread!
Banana bread! Woo! You suck!
Turn this table right over.
I don't know where banana toast came from. Is that a southern thing?
Yes, God. Everyone knows about it except for these two.
Except for anybody who's anybody. All right. No, this is, I think, part of their big push to be the only thing you need in your living room. Blah, blah, blah. Which, yeah. I think that's absolute bullshit. I think people always have, stereos and switchers and Apple TV and whatever the hell else. But I think it's a good step in that direction for sure, if not delayed.
Yes, God, so delayed. Draw a picture.
No thoughts. All right. It was a slow week in news, guys. I'm trying. I've got like a million.
It really wasn't that slow.
I sent you guys a picture, and I'm going to probably link it in the description. So you guys check it out in the description. You didn't look at it, did you?
I'm looking at it right now.
You check Facebook all the time. I sent it to you on Facebook.
I did. See, I just didn't check it.
It was the first picture of Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yep.
Yes.
Standing next to his Batmobile. And actually, there's another picture I sent you that was just a straight-on, no-filter version of the Batmobile that was pretty cool.
Yep.
And both these pictures will be linked in the description. Check them out now, if you'd like. The no-filter look of the Batmobile is pretty sweet.
That is what the Batmobile in like sort of constructed, being built kind of thing is going to be.
Yeah. It's very Dune buggy-ish.
Kind of looks like Jabba's desert barge. If you ask me.
A little bit. Did you look at the Batman picture?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's very, very, very Frank Miller's Batman. If you've ever read The Return of the Dark Knight,
Or just the Dark Knight in general.
Yeah. Or Dark Knight Returns. Sorry. It is his Batman. Very bulky Batman. Bulkier than anyone we've seen so far. And actually, I saw a picture of Ben Affleck pretty soon. There's not much padding to that suit. He's gotten pretty big for this fucking role.
Dish Network thing.
Huh?
Well, I tried to show people, but then Dish Network decided to put an ad on my phone. God damn it.
Yay, Dish! I fucking hate Dish.
Oh my God! Draw a picture.
All right, here we go.
A smile, a canyon.
It's
the oceanic trench.
No. And
It's a sine wave.
Zack Snyder actually tweeted the picture, so it's not a leaked thing or anything like that.
It's a car. It's a Cadillac. It's a Batmobile. It's the Nutmobile that's visiting Lincoln this week. It's a Ford Flex. It's a car building.
It is a car.
I'm just gonna give you a car because you're not. My drawing sucks ass. So I'm just gonna give you a car, Dorothy.
Dorothy gets a car.
And I'm not going to try to explain to the internet what I was trying to try.
Probably best. Just let it go. So do you have a thought about Ben Affleck's Batman?
Actually, it makes me feel better. It makes me feel better. It looks...
It's ass flex, not ass fleck. Everyone always gets that wrong.
Sorry.
It's about the ass flexing.
Man, tight game so far.
Yeah.
Toy.
Gotcha.
Like a toy gun.
So.
It just makes me feel better about the movie at whole because at least they're pulling from good source material. Frank Miller's Batman is a very good Batman.
It is a good Batman.
And the fact that Ben Affleck he's getting way bigger than he's ever gotten in any role he's ever been in, even for Daredevil.
He was pretty big in the town.
Yeah, that's true. But his pecs go out to next week these days. He's got to be juicing or something like that. Whatever Chris Evans is on, he's on too.
Well, that's how they do it. I mean, that is the only way that they can make those kind of huge, fluctuations in their body mass is drugs. I mean, let's be honest.
Doesn't necessarily have to be steroids,
right?
But there might be
some stuff going
an
on.
HGH. Is this a beach?
It might be a beach.
Sunset?
No!
The ocean?
No!
Global warming!
No!
Wow, we're going abstract now. Oh shit, let's do abstract from now on. All right. Fuck it, let's do abstract.
It's metaphoric. It's not metaphoric.
Florida.
It's not metaphoric.
No, it's not.
Sex on the beach!
No!
Sunset, sunrise!
America.
Jaws!
I have
Correct.
No idea.
Oh, yeah!
You got Jaws. Well, the boat should be like tipped up or
It's
something.
not a boat. That's a fin.
That's not a boat. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get to make fun of my drawing. You don't get to make fun of my drawings.
Oh, I can make fun of your drawings.
Mr. Carr.
Your drawings. Shut.
Chad gets 2.
Yay!
Chad, you're on. Oh god, 2 upside down. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey, I did it! All right. What do you guys think? Does it help you think?
I like Ben Affleck. I'm excited to see him as Batman. I think it'll be fine. I don't care.
It honestly doesn't matter to me who is playing Batman. I just think it's too soon.
It is too soon.
It is too soon.
It's too soon.
To be fair, it is a different. Just play devil's advocate. It is a different story, sort of.
It's not a different story.
It's
always the same
It's
story.
old man Batman. It's old man Batman.
What is Batman without his origin story, which is always the same fucking story?
But we've seen that 10,000 times.
Exactly. I know. That's what I'm...
But this is an origin story. This is like old retired Batman coming out of retirement to show these whippersnappers.
I mean, that's a good question.
Are they going to do it as hardcore as the Dark Knight Returns?
Technically, this isn't a Batman movie.
The punks and all of that crazy shit be in there and super like weirdly 80s, but in like a different...
But technically, this isn't a Batman story. This is the sequel to Superman. This is the sequel to Superman. This is a Superman movie.
The sequel
that the
to
Batman happens.
This is a Man of Steel sequel.
Yes, this is the sequel to the Superman movie.
Man, they're not doing the Frank Miller Dark Knight.
Basically what it is it's going to be they're using Frank Miller's Dark Knight, the old man
Obviously,
Batman,
slightly his style.
Yes, but they're doing Batman versus Superman. So Batman has decided that Superman is too powerful. Here's what the story's going to be. Batman has decided Superman is too powerful. He's going to have to take him out. Somewhere in the middle of the movie, they turn out they're both good guys, and that there's a bad guy they need to team up against. Probably like fucking, I don't know.
How does Batman decide that Superman is too powerful? Superman is like...
That's part of Batman's arrogance.
He's like the most good superhero ever.
Yeah, but see,
there's
remember...
no flaws to that man.
That's part of Batman's arrogance.
In The Dark Knight Returns, what happens is Superman is working for the U.S. government. And the U.S. government is taking it to a crazy place. And Batman is like, no, you can't go that far. It's not... You know, like they say, great power or absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
And that Batman believes that.
And it's also a true thing. In the Frank Miller comic, he ends up trying to kill Superman with a nuke. Right? He blows the shit out of him, and it's some yellow star or white star scenario. Right. So...
That is, yep.
I don't know, but here's the thing. If they're setting Ben Affleck against, what was his name? Cavell or whoever that played... Man of Steel?
I just call him Sexy man.
Werewolf on True Blood. I know that much. Wasn't he a werewolf on True Blood?
I don't think so.
I think that's where they got him from.
Check the interwebs.
I will check the interwebs.
No, Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Cavill, yeah.
Or Cavill.
Or I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
That guy.
That's why I just called him Sexy Man.
Sexy man. This is another Frank Snyder movie, by the way. The guy he did direct
Zack
Man of
Snyder.
Steel. Zack Snyder, sorry.
I do like Zack Snyder.
But he did direct the last one. Nobody really liked.
I really liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. You might be the only person I've heard from that did.
That doesn't surprise me. So, it is too soon. I don't care if it's Zack Snyder or if it's Ben Affleck. That is going to just taint it.
Okay. Fair enough.
But you don't feel that way.
No, I think they're making it anyway. I like that they're that it's slightly different. It is old man Batman. There's room for other movies within that. They're not just dominating. This is the next thing that he did. You know what I mean? This is a mid to late life older gentleman who's still a kick-ass motherfucker.
So is this supposed to be sort of... This is not going to be a lead-in to a Justice League?
This is a lead-in to a Justice League movie. Because they're going to have... This is technically...
So it's like a giant bridge. It is the sequel to Man of Steel.
It's listed
the
as...
lead-in to the Justice League movie, but
this.
It's also apparently the Batman
Let me
movie.
explain this. Let me explain this to you.
And Matt is playing the Joker.
As I've read...
Yeah!
As me playing the Joker. Let me play the Joker.
No! No!
That's one of my dream roles.
Matt Damon playing the Joker.
That'd be so fucking awesome. Let me ask you a question. Don't
Why?
you think
It's serious.
it would be so crazy with a Boston accent? Do it. Yeah, he's got
God. Why? So serious.
Or New Jersey. Anyway, what do you think it's like for these guys to get handed the Batman cowl, so to speak? Like, remember when George Clooney was Batman for that brief, horrible moment?
That's not his fault, by the way. That's not his fault, by the way. I'll give him credit.
Oh, okay. And then Michael Keaton, because he was two times Michael Keaton, one time Clooney,
and then
what's his
Val
name?
Kilmer.
Yeah,
Val
there you go.
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
That's what I meant with the brief, horrible moment where Val Kilmer was Batman.
No, Clooney was also
love
terrible.
Val Kilmer.
That movie was also terrible.
But that's the crazy thing is, the Batman does not do you any favors.
No.
Christian Bale somehow managed to wrestle the spirit of Batman down and make it a thing. But I never felt
Minus the growling.
he really embodied Batman. I don't think we've yet found someone that is really
You make a good
embodied
point.
Here's the problem with
the
that.
character of Batman. Stop, okay? Just hold on 1 second. So now it's Ben Affleck, and there hasn't been anyone between that, right? It's just been those 5 guys.
Yep.
No, that's not true at all.
Bale, and then...
It's like you're almost not here, I'm sorry.
It's
What
not
did you
true at
say?
all.
What?
Their problem is, and here's the argument, the people that really care about Batman will only go back to Batman the Animated Series. These are the people who play Batman.
Those are the people that care about Batman?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm embarrassed about that. I don't think that...
Yes.
I think the people that really
The
care
voice
about
actors-
Batman
the
should
voice
be the people
actors-
that care about Batman.
I'm sorry, I'm
books.
talking, Dorothy.
Oh, God.
Hamill.
Prima donna, do. Go ahead.
Welcome to you every time I start talking.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Hamill as Joker will always be reviewed as Joker. And what's his name? Who played the voice of Batman in the animated series, they're always considered the versions of that by the hardcore fans. And when people step into live access, first off, live, they're looking at your face, not just your voice. You're not just the character with the voice laid over the top. When it's animated, they can just look at the animation and say, okay, of course that's that character. Of course that's that character. But when they're looking at your face, there is an extra added bit where it's all on you, no matter what. And the stress of the iconic, is that the devil?
I was going to say legend. Gremlins.
It wasn't working. It just wasn't working. Go on.
Okay, it is the iconic nature of these characters puts so much stress on them. I think a lot of them fold. Is exactly what you were trying to say. I agree with you. A lot of them fold. I'm not sure Ben Affleck
Goldfish.
He's never. I don't know if he's ever felt that way. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to affect him. Is all I'm saying. Goldfish plus Aquaman. Are you trying to do Aquaman?
Goldie Hawn.
Goldfish bowl.
There you go.
Yeah!
I'm leaving. I'll see you later.
Goldfish bowl.
What? Are you mad?
Yes.
Are you mad, bro?
Suck.
It's too soon.
It's. And I don't disagree with you, but I'm just saying they're doing it anyway.
They are going to do it anyway.
No, but
the
state of the movies is it's technically a Superman sequel. That's how it's been marketed so far. Batman is in it. Cyborg is in it. Wonder Woman is apparently in it. And Aquaman might be in it too.
Okay. But Justice League, I don't even know why I'm worried. I'm really cared that much because it's DC and I just don't care that much. But
Who cares that much because you're going to watch the movie?
Probably.
Yeah.
Old Batman wasn't in Justice League. Justice League wasn't old Batman. Justice League was regular Batman. So if they're going to go in with Batman being old Batman and then transition into Justice League, then Batman's going to be old Batman in Justice League. Okay. Are you following my shit? Maybe I need to chart it out.
Yes, I do. Like fucking, you guys can suck a dick.
Superman.
Yeah.
Superman versus the Yellow Sun in a diaper.
No.
Real big fish. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, guys! You make me feel
It's like a sun in a circle. Son of Superman. Super turd.
Alright.
You made a turd sound.
Oh,
so.
whoops. You gotta draw it upside down.
A meteor hurtles between the Earth and the Moon, unleashing cosmic destruction. Yes. A million years later, the Earth is reborn, an Earth of savagery, super science, and sorcery. When one man breaks his bond, fight for justice with Princess Ariel, Ukla the Mog and Princess Ariel. He rides the plains with his fabulous sun sword. This is a man with superness.
Yes.
He's wearing a diaper.
He's wearing a diaper.
Superman's wearing a diaper.
This is
It's a sperm.
No.
It's a rocket.
Yes.
Krypton blew up.
Krypton! Thank you!
Alright. I'll go with it.
Krypton!
I'll go
Duh!
Just had to walk it through.
I hate Wolverine so much.
So, what's the next topic?
Next topic. There is a lot of, for it being a slow week, there was like a weird amount of CBS news. So we're going to do a CBS block right quick.
What do we got?
First off, How I Met Your Mother sequel. You're not playing anymore?
No.
Why?
Because I'm done with it. You guys play.
You being grumpy?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Play it up.
CBS, first off, How I Met Your Mother spinoff, whatever, got canceled. That's not going to happen. It was How I Met Your Dad, and it was effectively just gender roles reversed. It was the exact same fucking show. But they just they made a pilot, but the shit came out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because, I mean, can you name a single, let's do a quick game right quick. Spin-offs of popular sitcoms that were absolute shit. Joey.
Most of them, probably. It's easier to think of the ones that were actually good. And those were
Mork and Mindy was a good one.
Mork and Mindy and Laverne and Shirley. So
Laverne and Shirley.
Whole spun off Happy Days. That's about it. That's about all I can think of.
No, what's the, moving on up. What's that one? Wasn't that a spin-off? Jefferson's. That was a spin-off.
You're right. Jefferson's was a spin-off.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What did that spin-off of?
It's the white racist guy.
Yeah,
What was that?
yeah. All in the Family?
All in the Family. There you go. It's spin off All in the Family.
Wow. Wow.
We got there.
Okay, yeah.
And then I can't think of any other good ones. Angel did okay for a while. That was a spin-off of Buffy.
Yeah, true.
Frasier was a spin-off of Cheers.
Oh,
Frasier was a spin-off of Cheers.
So I forgot about that one.
That
was on.
That was a very successful
long time. That was very successful.
Why do I feel like there was a spin-off of MASH?
There was. They called it Trapper John MD. It was like MASH after MASH. It wasn't really a spin-off. It was just like what happens when Trapper and went back to.
But that did okay, didn't it?
Yeah. It did okay. They did do an after MASH show too. And once they canceled MASH, they had Radar and who was the Colonel? The second Colonel, not the first one. Radar went with the Colonel. No, it wasn't Radar. Radar was gone already. Shit, I don't know. They tried. They
opened a shrimp
I was just
boat.
thinking more how sweet it would have been if Radar and the Colonel had like a relationship and that had been the spin-off.
Too early. It's too early in time. They weren't ready.
Too early and they're not the right decade for it.
God.
But it would have been so perfect.
Klinger and the Colonel.
You only say that though because Klinger dressed up like a woman.
But that could have been.
That's true. It's
Radar
true.
was way more of like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
But that could have been the title too, Klinger and the Colonel. That could have been the absolute title of that.
Alliteration would, so
but the bad ones, there's like, let's do that for a second. Joey, what's another one?
Sonic.
That 80s show.
Joni Loves Chachi.
Joni Loves Chachi.
Wow.
They tried to spin off of Three's Company and Three's a Crowd. I think it
Yes.
lasted like two episodes or something.
Sanford and Sister. No,
That wasn't a real thing.
Sanford gets laid.
Didn't Mr. T get his own show? Off of 18? Is that true? I know he had his own cartoon for a half
That
second.
totally reminds me of the spin-off, the Dukes of Hazzard spin-off, Enos.
Enos? That's right. Enos got his own.
show.
this close to anus and that.
You can't give a guy whose name is this close to penis or anus his own show. You can't.
It's too soon. It was not the right
All
decade.
right.
I remember the scene from it where he's in the bar, right? He goes to the bar with his new partner because he's in Atlanta. He gets to be on the Atlanta, police force, and so.
Sure, I don't think his
They go into
career
a bar.
deserves that.
His partner is a black man, which is like, what? He's never even known a black man.
And it
because he's
wasn't
from
called
Hazard County.
Enos and the Black Man?
Which it should be. That'd been awesome. So he sits down at this bar
There
and,
were no black people in Hazard.
and the guy at the bar goes,
What?
"So can I get you a beer?" And Enos goes, "Oh no, I could just have a Coke." And so the guy goes,
You want some Coke?
"If you want some of that, you can't just come up to the bar and ask for it."
So this was a very different show.
And then the black man goes, hey man, or whatever I wanted to say Holmes, but that wasn't back in the day. It was like, hey, if you want some of that, you come talk to me. Sexual chocolate. He didn't say sexual chocolate either. He said something else, I'm sure.
Turkey?
It was horrible, is what I'm saying. It was awful.
I'm trying to remember embarrassing things my dad might say during dinner outside.
I'm going to see if that's on YouTube, because it should be.
Anus and the Black Man.
I don't even know how you spell that.
With an
All right.
E.
Next CBS stuff, all the late night stuff that comes up. Stephen Colbert was obviously given the Late Show, right? After Letterman leaves.
Yes.
Apparently, it comes out that initially they offered it to Neil Patrick Harris, and he turned it down.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm doing Hedwig and the Angry Inch on Broadway. I can't be doing that and a late night show.
Well, his big reasoning is that he figured he would get bored, quote unquote, if he had to do that every day.
Have you seen the pictures of him playing Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
No.
Holy crap.
I'm assuming it's the gayest he's ever looked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, gayer than him with pictures making out with his husband.
I know,
Like,
and holding the babies, or like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, wow. He doesn't
Title
even,
sequence.
He doesn't even look like himself.
This is the title sequence to Enos. You can hear it, but you can't see it.
he's jumping cars. He's falling in rivers. He's getting in all sorts of
Their
shenanigans.
saving grace was they spelled it with an O instead of a U. Enos.
Metropolitan Police Department.
How the hell does the... So many ancillary characters. Ancillary characters do not get their own TV shows.
Sometimes they do. Frasier.
I would call that an ensemble cast, though. You know what I mean?
No, I disagree with you there. I think it became that. It started as pretty much a straight up surround Frasier with his family. You know.
Well,
I'm talking about Cheers. I would say Cheers was an ensemble, and he was one of the main characters in Cheers.
I would say that Cheers was kind to its supporting cast in terms of giving them plot lines and interest. But it's not like I watched it religiously. I don't know.
Frasier started out just as someone for Diane to date.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the only reason that
showed
character
up late.
Did you guys watch? Did either of you two watch those shows on a regular basis?
No.
I would say Cheers, yes. When I was a kid, growing up.
See, I watched it when I was a kid too, so it was definitely in. So it wasn't new when I was a kid. I remember
watched it in syndication. I was
okay. I remember watching it as a kid. I don't really remember much.
I remember whatever night that was. Cheers came on like before something else or after something else that I was watching, and just watch Cheers. That's what you did.
That's the same reason I watched Seinfeld when I was a kid. Which didn't affect me as an adult at all. And I'd like to note every character in Seinfeld, and Seinfeld's a great show. Every character in Seinfeld's a fucking douchebag. You would want to punch them in the throat on a regular basis.
That's why I was never a Seinfeld fan.
That's why that show was funny, though. They were all assholes. Anyway. Stephen Colbert got the Late Show. Neil Patrick Harris apparently offered it. He announced this. Apparently, it leaked when he went on Stern. He said that they offered it to him. When asked of what's his name? Leslie Moonves, the CEO of CBS. He said, "Well, we didn't really offer it to him, but then he listed a bunch of things. Apparently, when How I Met Your Mother ended, he just wanted to make another thing with Neil Patrick Harris, and he was like, "Hey, what do you want to do?" And at this point, they hadn't announced it yet, but they knew Letterman was leaving, so they go, "Hey, what do you think about Letterman taking over that spot?" And he goes, "Eh."
That's an interesting. I don't know. Yeah, no talk show experience. Does he?
No, not really. He's done the Tonys for a bunch of times, so he has live show experience at least. He's also has plenty of stage show experience, and I have no doubt that it would be an entertaining show. It'd be much more singy and dancey than. Just because based on what he enjoys, it'd be much more singy and dancey than like the current Late Show. It'd be way closer to Jimmy Fallon's first show.
Yes.
But I think that's the way late night's kind of moving anyway. It's sort of more of a variety show as opposed to an old time talk show.
Sit down and just talk about stuff.
Which I think is more entertaining.
I like it better too. I like to see celebrities trying stuff that they're not really known for.
Actually, I think the Jimmy Fallon show is kind of entertaining, way more entertaining than I would.
I like the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah, his late.
Every time they do the karaoke offs,
the lip syncs.
The lip syncs.
Did you see Emma Stone's lip sync?
Yes.
Oh God, that was so fucking good.
So good.
He got his shit kicked.
She came to win.
They also did one, I think it was last night or 2 nights ago, so it was Jennifer Lawrence was on, and they did this thing where they opened boxes, and there was some random ass fucking thing in the box, and they hid it from the other person, and they had to, they told them what was in the box, and the other person had to guess whether or not they were lying. And it was the most random shit. Like, the last thing Jennifer Lawrence gets is like a bird's nest with a burrito in it. Like, it's the most random shit you can think of. Yeah, it's amazing. And then the last thing is apparently the Late Show. Craig Ferguson recently announced that he's going to be stepping down as well from his spot in December.
Everybody's leaving.
Yeah, everybody's fucking vacating, but he's going to be stepping down in December. And there's been news circulating that apparently Joel McHale might take over that spot.
McHale's
Navy.
Yes. of the Soup and the Community.
Oh, that guy.
Which was recently canceled this week, actually.
Oh, that's right.
The Community was canceled. Hard canceled.
Finally,
Yes.
just like full on done.
Yeah, done. And they were actually volleying. Apparently, for a while, there was talk about them getting another season and a movie. So hard cancel is very different direction from that.
That show's got. I mean, it's a small but loyal following for that show.
Yeah, they do not miss an
personally-
episode.
Personally, I couldn't get into it, but I understand that
I've
people
seen
did.
I've seen
Wasn't
a
me.
few and I liked them, but I'm not a good TV watcher, so I'm sorry, Joel. 2 points. But yes, so that's all the CBS news from this week. A lot, but yeah. Would you guys watch the Joel McHale Late Late Show? He's handsome. He's entertaining. He's very funny.
I watched him on The Soup a couple times. And,
He fucking bombed at the president's inaugural or whatever the dinner this year. What is that called?
I have no idea.
The Critics Club.
No, the White House dinner or whatever. He fucking bombed this year, but they did not appreciate his humor in the slightest. That is cheese. That is Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese plus I don't know what that means. Okay, next one. Second chance. What are you doing? Swiss cheese spiral? Swiss cheese spring cheese? What are you? Curly cheese. String cheese. String Swiss cheese. You keep doing this. This is helping. I don't know what you rethink this. I'm gonna go back. Late Night with Seth Meyers is starting a new segment called Second Chance Theater, in which he is taking rejected sketches from SNL and putting them on his show.
That's cool.
The first one he did was called Benjamin Franklin, about a transgendered Benjamin Franklin on a blind date.
That could only be funny.
Why doesn't SNL pick that up? That's freaking hilarious.
Apparently, it was for the entirety, almost the entirety of what he was there. So I don't remember who was pitching it. It might have been. Oh God, I don't remember who was pitching it. What's that guy name? It starts with an S. His last name starts with an S.
Satan.
I have no idea. But apparently he pitched it for like 5 years and they never did it. So he just finally does this sketch. Swiss baseball? What are you doing? Cheese baseball. Baseball cheese. This is doing nothing! What is this? The whole picture isn't good enough.
Keep going.
No, but it's okay. It's decently funny. I watched the whole thing. It's like 8 minutes long.
Where's he putting this?
He on his show. He just put it on his late night show.
Just put it just like a
segment.
sketch
segment. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's just doing a sketch segment on his show. Is that interesting to you guys? That he would do like rejected SNL stuff? It's probably rejected for a certain amount of reason. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know if it makes it any better that it's rejected from SNL. I like sketch.
No, I know. I agreed. But the fact that it was rejected, does you care like any less or whatever? They're funny people there. They probably know what's funny or not. But.
I would think so too. I gotta be honest. I've lost interest in SNL several years ago, and people have told me that I should give it another try. That it's gotten quite funny again, but I just haven't made it a thing.
It has gotten quite funny again, but a lot of people have recently graduated, so I don't think it's.
It's in transition.
It's in a transitioning phase, I think, right now. So we'll see what the next class is. All right, let's skip over that. I think it's interesting. I'm interested. I'll probably watch those. I'm Seth. I'm not going to watch your show. I'm sorry, but I don't watch much lately.
Yeah,
all right. We talked about it before about Gambit in future X-Men movies.
Yes.
Pangea. Single-celled organisms. And anemones. What is... The flourish. That flourish made the whole thing.
What do they call those brain scan thingies?
CAT scan.
Okay,
CT
you
scan.
win!
I win! Oh,
I don't know how you couldn't get that with the cheese and the other things, because it's all the same thing. So.
what? Was that the same thing? Were you literally saying the same thing?
I was not.
What were you saying before?
Well, first it was a cheese curl.
Cheese.
And then it was a cheese ball.
What's a cheese curl?
Cheese curls are like is what they is like the generic name for Cheetos.
Fucking bang up, Chad.
What? You picked the game.
Anyway, next Gambit movie. We've talked about it before. Channing Tatum was being asked to do it. It's official. He's going to be the next Gambit.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be in the next X-Men movie, which is that Apocalypse movie that's coming out in 2016. He's being... Taylor Kitsch was the one in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Remember him? He's the actor of the last one. How do you think he feels right now?
What else was that guy in? Because he looked familiar.
I don't know. Yeah, he looked familiar to me. He seemed like one of those guys,
weird,
you know what I mean?
Those weird sort of...
Hey, it's
CW
that guy!
shows.
Blah.
One of those weird CW shows that had, like, people with naked butts on it or something.
To be fair, Channing Tatum is from Louisiana. He can do the Louisiana accent, and Remy LeBeau is the most New Orleans character I think that's ever been put in fiction.
His name is Remy. It's true. Here, say that guy's name.
Taylor Kitsch.
From Twilight.
He's from Twilight?
Isn't that the kid, or is that Taylor Lautner?
Taylor Kitsch. I think that's how you say that, right?
Kitschy, yeah.
I don't know. Kitsch. Yeah. That's Lautner, I think, from Twilight.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't know who this kid is, but, kid, he's probably older than me.
All those Taylors.
It's totally true.
Hell, he's probably older than all of us, and just Hollywood has been very nice to him.
True enough.
He's got all the human growth hormone he needs.
It's injected directly into his eyeballs. How do you think he feels right now? This big outcry for Channing Tatum to be Gambit. The biggest thing is, like, they announced it, and then all of the comments, I read the comment section. You know how comment sections and anything is fucking vitriol, garbage, poison?
Oh, snap! He was John Carter.
He was John Carter. Okay, there we go.
Oh, the kid from Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
That, okay.
Okay.
He was in Savages, and he was that guy, the Battleship. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's, as far in my brain, he's that guy. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know he's from somewhere, I just don't know.
That's the problem.
I've seen him before.
You have no idea where you saw him, but you saw him somewhere.
But like, the comment section on this was like, yeah, Channing Tatum, yeah, Channing Tatum. So I was like, if you're that dude, you're just like, oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck you, Channing Tatum!
you compete with Channing Tatum. Go ahead. You know. Go ahead. Channing Tatum.
And then Ryan Gosling steps in. Okay. Did you see the picture of him this week? Where there was like this weird thing. They kept photoshopping that picture.
Yeah.
There was a picture of him with Macaulay Culkin on his shirt. So then Macaulay Culkin wore a picture of that picture on his shirt. And then they just started photoshopping pictureception of those guys.
Like, oh my god. Although, yes, it would be funny to...
You can go infinite t-shirts deep on that one.
Yeah, you could. It's like an optical illusion.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin, how are you still famous?
I don't think he is. I think that's the problem with... I think the problem that he's facing is that he's no longer famous.
Can we agree that Ashton Kutcher was a straight upgrade for Mila Kunis?
Who was she dating before that?
Macaulay Culkin.
Oh. Sorry.
That was her big boyfriend, and then she left him, and now she's with Ashton Kutcher with a baby, I think.
Wow.
And getting married.
Wow. All right.
Like... a straight upgrade.
Mila Kunis was with Macaulay Culkin for a while?
Yeah, like 6 or 7 years. No. Like the majority of that 70s show and on. Yeah.
That's
Not joking.
weird.
Yeah, a long
Feels
time.
like it says something about Macaulay Culkin. He must have something that
He's got
she
some
wanted.
skills, right?
Yeah. And then it went to a dark place.
His big fetish is you slap both sides of the screen. All right.
Nicely played.
Last big news topic. First ad on the moon.
Oh, God.
There is a Japanese energy drink called Pocari Sweat. I've never heard of it, but that's what it's called. Pocari Sweat.
All right.
And it is apparently like the biggest energy drink in Japan. It's huge. They have paid on the first robotic shuttle mission to the moon. It's going to happen later this year, December, I believe. To drop off 1 can of their energy drink. But it's not just a regular can of their energy drink.
Of course, it can't be just a regular can.
Yes, it's 1 kilogram titanium. All right. And inside is going to be a package of their powdered version of their energy drink.
Yeah.
And a little plate that literally holds the dreams of the children. It's got micro inscriptions on it that has messages from kids who want to be astronauts about the future. And the big thing they're doing is, who is the first kid to have their name on it to go find the energy drink? Go to the moon, kids, and get your energy drink. But it's literally going to be the first advertisement on the moon.
Now we're littering the moon.
I mean, we did leave a plastic flag there.
I can just see, like, some sort of alien race coming in to invade and using the moon as a base of operations and finding that and going, that's really fucking sad. That is so sad.
And then they
They're feeling sorry for us as humans.
And then they take that thing in and analyze the stuff inside. Turns out they're allergic to it, kills them all off. Saves our lives! Thank you, Pocari Sweat.
There you go.
Thank you.
That'll actually happen now.
So this news story brings me to this thing we like to do at the end of every episode called the Hypothetical of the Week!
I'm totally spitting peanut as I'm doing this.
He's a scat man!
Kind of gross. Sorry about that. Anyway. Hypothetical. Michael, what are we doing for hypothetical this week?
If you had whatever amount of money it costs to do this, what would you send to the moon so that the aliens or future astronauts or future space voyagers would find?
I would like to know. Okay. We've seen it on the internet where people take like a slice of apple.
Yes.
And then like McDonald's like French fries. And like let them decay.
Okay.
And it's always, the fries always look great after, like 6 weeks and the apple looks all nasty.
Yeah.
I want to see some fast food items. One from all the majors. Let's choose the sides. We'll take the fries from Burger King and McDonald's. What kind of sides do they have at like Taco Bell? Is it like a...
Do like those tater tot things that taste like...
Did they do the tater tot thing?
Wait, no.
Taco
Is
Bell?
that... I mean, that's
Taco John's.
Taco John's does it. That'll work. Taco John's.
That's a Nebraska thing.
Curly fries from Arby's. Let's take all of that stuff and put it in some sort of plexiglass
Label
shell.
it. Label it clearly for science.
Absolutely. And then place it on the dark side of the moon.
Okay. Oh. No light. Not even light. Okay.
And then let's see what happens.
Okay. I assume they all freeze.
What would be awesome is to go back and they're gone.
The fuck? This was sealed! The seals aren't even broken! How the hell did this happen?
You know how they did it? They ate themselves.
They had to survive somehow, Dorothy. Oh, man. Oh, God, Dorothy.
I got nothing. You go ahead.
Okay. My big plan was I would send a perfect example of what human the average human household is for when aliens come, right? This is the first thing they're going to meet before they get to us.
First thing they
And I would just send a living room set. I would have a couch, couple chairs, some a coffee table, a large TV. Of course, you gotta let's give them like the 72-inch or some shit like that. The full entertainment setup, large speakers, all that stuff. And then hidden inside of all of these are bombs. Cause fuck you, aliens! You're not putting shit in my stomach through my mouth!
Isn't that, like, okay?
You're not!
Wow. Well.
This has been another episode of Distracted Gaming. Thank you for joining us this week, guys.
Whew. Yeah.
Remember, play games. Look up cool new stuff. Have fun with your friends.
And apparently be abducted by aliens and probed anally.
Not if they get to the bombs first.
Yeah.
Bye!
I'll miss you guys. We're having a very special. Okay.
Bye.
Wait. See you later. Wait.
Chad now.
Keep rolling. We got 10 more minutes. Hey, you going, everybody? We'll miss you guys.
10 minutes short.
Okay. Well, no, we don't have 10 minutes. I'm just making it up because it's
Okay, bye!
a funny bit at the end of the show.
I don't want to do a funny bit at the end of the show.
All right. I gotta turn shit off now.
Okay. CBS hired all of the people on the planet for all of the things on the planet in 1 week. I can't figure out why everybody's leaving the late night shows and stuff like that.
That would be an easy gig, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's one of those gigs that's just like, having to be on like every day for 5 days in a row.
And then, but why does everybody leave at the same time?
I don't know.
I think there's mold in CBS studios. I'm going to be honest. I think there's mold in CBS studios. And they're all dying. CBS, you've been called out, motherfuckers. Call out!